Hey folks, Grant over at Local Cooling Farms. We're just another day in paradise. We're pulling worms for sale, some red wigglers. If you are looking for red wigglers, you can give us a call. If you're not in our area, you can always give us a call for some advice. You know, we do a very low rate little consulting, offering up. We've kind of been there, done that with worms over the past 20 years. I'm pretty blunt in my my advice. For example, when I talk to folks who are getting into red wigglers because of all the huge amount of material that's available online, people are very much under the impression that you have to do a very weird and complicated and exotic and expensive worm chow or bedding. The one of the main purposes of keeping red wigglers is to recycle and upcycle waste material into worm castings that you utilize as a compost amendment. It's got I hate calling it fertilizer. It does have a very good NPK ratio, your nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, but it's really rich in microbes, so it has a lot of moisture retention potential and other things going on. And so, if you're buying material to feed it to the worms, if there's an entertainment value in that to you, that's your context, that's your goal, that's your deal. But if you are straight up just trying to produce worm castings, you do not need to go out and purchase material. Coffee grounds are our favorite material. 90% of this material that I'm fooling with right now is coffee grounds. We get coffee grounds by the ton. We compost it. We add carbon to it. And we have our little process, and then we feed it to the worms. So it is both their food supply as well as their bedding. So the bedding can be the food and the food can be the bedding. You don't have to have a la carte bedding and then a la carte food. That's when it starts getting kind of expensive. And so that's our deal. That's our little lesson for today. So if you're getting into worms, you do not need to purchase exotic feed. Now, if you've got a little fishing day coming up and you want to, fish for some perch with a number six hook or something, go ahead and give them a little, a little layer chow, something like that, to kind of fatten them up. So it's a little bit easier to put them on the hook. So you can kind of like preload them, in that sense. But you do not have to, otherwise, if you're just doing it for the castings, you do not need, to purchase the food for huge, big old fat worms. That's just not the deal. So that's my advice for the day. If anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free. Y'all have a good one.